Okay, this is part 4 of my guitar strumming basics video series. In the last video we talked about combining two 4-beat patterns together to create 8-beat patterns. And the reason why we do that is because when we're playing a song, we don't want to play the same strum pattern exactly the same throughout the song. It gets a little boring. We want to be able to change up the strum at certain moments, especially like at the end of a line, at the end of a verse, to create a sense of drama. And so a good way to practice that is to practice combining two 4-beat patterns. Now, it got me thinking that there are also two really common 8-beat patterns that everyone should know. They're great for a whole bunch of songs. I always teach this pattern when I teach, for example, the song Into the Mystic by Van Morrison, which is a great song. And I find that these two strum patterns are particularly challenging as well because they have a whole bunch of empty swings. And empty swings are challenging because when the brain says to the arm, don't make a sound, what happens is often the arm will stop. But of course, if you've watched the other previous videos, you'll know that we never want the arm to stop when we're strumming. We always want the arm to keep moving. We just need it to miss the strings, right? So these strums have a lot of empty swings right after beat 1, so they're really good examples of that and great ones to practice. So because they're quite long patterns, what we're going to do is we're going to break them down a little, and I'm just going to give you the first two strums of this first 8-beat pattern. And I'm going to use a C chord. It sounds like this. So you'll notice I have all those empty swings there, right? I had an up, down, up, empty swing. It's like this. Right? Okay. So I'm going to count you in, and you're going to try that with me, and make sure your arm keeps moving the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you've got that, now what we're going to do is we are going to add a down up to this pattern. Okay, so it'll sound like. One thing you can do is just get the sound of that in your head. It's ba, 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 ba. A lot of students like to just hear it and then replicate it, remembering to make sure that your arm direction is correct. It's okay, so I'm going to count you in. You can do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what we add to that is we add the opposite. We're going to add an up down. So that pattern so far is. Okay, so I'll count you in. You can try it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you can make it that far, you can get to the end because the end is actually pretty easy. What we're going to add is a down, up, down, up. So we're finishing this 8-beat pattern with every beat, down, up, every beat that's left, right? So the whole thing will be. All right, let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you've got that, now what we have to do is we have to loop the pattern. Now, since this pattern ends with a down, up, we know that the next beat 1 comes right away. It's the very next down, right? So I'm going to play it twice in a row just so you can hear it. It sounds like. Pattern. Okay, so I'll count you in. You can join me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, If you've got that, now we'll try 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, very good. Now, if you need more work on that, just rewind the video a bit, practice it a bunch of times. If you feel like you've got it, let's try the second strum pattern of this video. So this is also an 8-beat pattern, and it's almost exactly the same, except the ending isn't down, up, down, up. It has fewer strums. It's more sparse. It just has down, down, up at the end. So we don't need to break it down that much. I'm just going to play the whole thing. So have a listen. It's so at the end, instead of down, up, it's just down, down, up. Okay, so we'll try 1 together. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to loop it, and again, since this ends with a down, down, up, beat 1's going to come right away, right? So I'll count you in. We're going to try to do 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really good. So that's part 4 of the video series. Next up, I think we have waltz strums, because so far in all these videos I've only done 4-beat patterns, 8-beat patterns, but there are quite a number of songs that we will be playing waltz, and waltz is 3/4 times, so 3-beat patterns. So subscribe to my channel and make sure that you get the notification when that comes out. Thanks.